YouTube, what's going on? As you guys know, I'm TrueTriz. Today, I'm going to be covering the 1.10 update. It actually got released today. You can actually download this thing, and it's super exciting. Personally, I did not think we were going to be getting this update until like later in the year or later in the summer at least. But the fact that they actually released it kind of, I don't know, makes me wonder, what else will they be actually making? Will we be seeing another like a 1.11 update in the next couple of weeks too? Start seeing some snapshots and more stuff for me to cover. But anyways, kind of getting into the video here, I'm going to be going over some of the biggest changes from the snapshots to the actual update, as well as some of the update features itself. So first things first, I'll go over the new blocks. We actually got this awesome bone block. Apparently there's like some fossils or something in the ground, which I'll make a full video on that as well. We have the Magma Block, which I can cover in a separate video too. We have the Nether Wart block, as well as the Nether brick block. Personally, out of all of these things, I think the coolest looking one is by far the Magma Block. It's kind of special too. If you guys actually look, there's some more features to this block than what I'm actually showing you right now. But if I actually go into the survival mode, which is game mode 0, I believe. There we go. And then you actually can see if I actually go and I walk on top of this thing, I actually get like pricked as if it's like a regular cactus. So I'm just gonna not get hurt, and I'm gonna switch my game mode back into actual creative mode. So quick go game mode 1. Now if I actually go in, obviously we won't get hurt because we're fine in creative mode. But the other blocks too, of course, the Nether Wart block, as well as the Nether brick block, and the red Nether brick block. You guys will find these things in the actual like Nether. There's also a slab too, which is like a half block of it, which is cool too. The biggest thing I want to actually cover is actually the mob. So obviously we got the actual polar bears. Personally, I think these are one of the coolest mobs that we actually received in the last couple of updates. I think it's a cool like texture they actually have. If you guys did not know, if I put it on top of the bone block, you guys can see it goes from like a small, very small little like rectangle to like a little bigger one. Hey buddy, I was trying to make a video on you, buddy. Here, there's a small rectangle to a little bigger one to even bigger one to a big one. Get the big butt in the back. That's pretty funny. I like that. This is one of my favorite mobs, and it looks more like it could have been like an actual mod, in fact. But the fact that it's like a full official mob is really cool, so I like that too. Alright, so now I'm going to go over my other, like, the missing items. Actually, I kind of just gave it away, but you guys can tell, I'm going to scroll through the inventory here where we actually keep all of our spawn eggs, and let me know if you guys actually don't, you can just type it in the comment section, but I'll be covering it too. So, what is something, like, missing, or is there something weird in this spawn egg stuff that you guys might have noticed when I'm actually scrolling through it? And now we kind of just went over everything. So yeah, well, if you guys did not know, in the actual snapshot, there's actually like mules as well as like donkey eggs, and then there's actually the husk and the I keep forgetting the stray and the husk mob that's actually in game. I'm gonna have to time set it real quickly. Time set 5,000. Well, if you guys actually know, those are actually in the game now, the husk and the stray, and those are some brand new mobs, some evil villain mobs, if you would say, and they're not in the actual inventory, the creative inventory where the spawn eggs are actually kept, and that's kind of weird because that's exactly where they were in the snapshot. So this makes me believe that they're actually going to be out there in the world. They're going to become more of like a rare mob that we're actually used to seeing. In the Pocket Edition, the 0.15 update, they actually have the mobs able for you guys to actually spawn to with the eggs, so it's kind of interesting. One thing, if you guys did not know, you guys that had like separate, I think, mule as well as like donkey eggs, and you had the zombie horses as well as the skeleton horses, you guys were able to spawn in the actual inventory too. There's like their own separate eggs. Those are in fact missing now. So it's kind of interesting what they took on this snapshot into the actual real update, and I kind of wonder if they're going to add those back into another like 1.110 update, which would be kind of interesting. And it's kind of weird to say the 1.11 update. It's a lot of ones, but I don't know. I'm interested in hearing what you guys have to say. What do you guys think about why did they remove the husk and the stray spawn eggs? And I have not found any husk or strays in actual survival mode. Granted, I've not took too much time to try to go find them yet, but I will. And if I do, I'll make a video for you guys showing you guys them, the new mobs, obviously. But I made another video discussing the husk and the stray of the kind of like loot drops they actually make. So it's kind of interesting. But overall, I like this update a lot. there wasn't like too much like game changing stuff. There is like a new command block, which I'm gonna make a separate video for, because there's a lot to like, actually goes involved into that. So yeah, but overall it wasn't too crazy of an update, kind of like a simpler one. I personally think the 1.9 update was more game changing, as well as like the 1.8 update was more changing too than this update by itself. But I don't know, it's kind of interesting where they were taking this one. But anyways, hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, make sure you guys do smack the like button before I find you with my diamond sword. But just kidding. But anyways, we'll catch you guys in another video. Until next time, my name is TrueTriz. Have an awesome day, and remember, stay true.